We got some stuff to talk about, guys. I'm gonna go over the current events that's been going on. I'm sure you guys have heard of it before.
From Colorado Springs to Denver in 20 minutes, this motorcycle driver filming himself going up to 173 miles per hour, speeding through small gaps in the traffic here between lanes, also on the shoulder, all for a little bit of fame on the internet.
So he's a motorcycle content creator, but what really put him on the map and got him known is those speed runs, guys. We've all seen those videos of him on the highway topping that thing out, man. He's actually on this exact bike. And I want to say thank you, man, to the people welcoming me, to the community in my last video. I really appreciate that. Popular moto vlogger. I mean, this guy's got a lot of fans. If you look in the comment section, he's got a lot of people supporting him, man. He spells his name Gixxer, Gixxer Brah. So we're gonna cover the whole situation. As you guys know, he got arrested, right? But he didn't get arrested in Colorado. He got arrested in Texas. We're gonna talk about that later. But what actually got him all this attention is the video he posted from Denver to Colorado Springs, or Colorado Springs to Denver, one or the other. So he posted that video back in, like, I think it was like September, actually. It was a while ago. The video ended up getting a lot of views, ended up going viral. Somebody noticed the video in his area, and I think it might have been a police officer or somebody reported it to the police or something like that. That's how this actually all started, is that video. So that's what got him into all this trouble, right? In that video, the first thing he mentions is this.
We're in Colorado Springs, and so by the title you probably know what we're doing. So I already have it pulled up here. That's the distance. It's Colorado Springs to Denver, right?
So he's actually telling you what he's doing. He's trying to get from point A to point B in the fastest amount of time possible. I think the GPS said like 1 hour or something like that. Ended up getting there in like 20 minutes. So that's what he's actually doing, guys, and that's what led to this whole arrest warrants and all, got him in all this trouble. Now let's go over the actual charges. What did he actually get charged with, right? Before I actually get into the charges, I want to just say I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. I'm just reviewing public information and giving you my opinion. So with that being said, as I mentioned, he timed it. He was trying to get there in a certain amount of time, which would be the fastest amount of time.
I would love to do 20-minute run, but I don't think this bike has near enough power, and I don't think traffic's going to be near light enough for me to do that kind of a run.
That's pretty much like street racing. Even though he's not racing someone else, he's technically racing himself because he's timing it. So that is called speed contest. Actually, how I discovered him was I was watching another Gixxer video of a guy ripping it and you know, doing stuff he wasn't supposed to do, and I commented and I was like, dude, you're crazy. And he commented back, it was like, not as crazy as Gixxer Brah. And then that's when I started looking him up, and I'm like, man, this guy is crazy. So the stuff that he's doing is obviously risky. So he's obviously speeding too, right? Obviously speeding is a charge too. And I wanted to mention that going like 10 miles over the speed limit is different than going like 80 miles over the speed limit. So yeah, he's obviously speeding, right? The next thing he got charged with is something called menacing. Let's say there's two cars in front of me, right? And you just go in the middle of them going like 140, 150. You know, I freaked them out and they were to get injured because of me speeding. I don't know about that one. Like I said, and again, I want to mention I'm not a lawyer.
That is not my job.
Obviously, he didn't hurt anyone else, so they're just stacking it up against him. The next one that he got charged with is something called reckless endangerment, okay? So we all know what reckless driving is. He's clearly reckless driving. Let's pop over here, boys and girls. Reckless endangerment is putting other people in danger because you're being reckless. Now, in the eyes of the law, oh my gosh, did you just see that car, what that car did? Now, in the eyes of the law, oh my gosh, did you just see that car, what that car did? He's lucky that that wasn't a cop right there. He is lucky. But anyways, we all know when you go out there and you do crazy stuff, you're putting yourself in the most danger. But technically, if something was to happen, like, you don't know what's going to happen at that point because you're going so fast, you have no idea what could happen. You know, anything could happen at that point. So technically, he's endangering other people because he's riding reckless, right? It's pretty rare. Like, you see motorcycle riders that are riding super reckless hurt other people. Typically, they hurt themselves. So that's pretty much how he got in trouble. Now let's get to the current situation, guys. So currently he's actually locked up right now. If you look into it, he's actually locked up. They have identified him already. I'm not gonna like say his name and all that because that's not, you know, it's not my job.
That is not my job.
You don't do it right.
He actually got arrested in Texas. He didn't get arrested in Colorado. And he got arrested on unrelated charges. I watched another moto vlogger talk about it, a new up-and-coming guy. He said this.
He actually winded up getting arrested a few days ago for assault charges, not for the speeding, apparently. Now, I was reading a few articles to kind of get more information on this, and the information seems to be kind of scattered regarding the whole situation. Yeah, you had some people saying that he was arrested completely for the speeding charge, and then you had, like I said, other people were saying that he got arrested for assault, which I did some digging. I did some Batman detective work, aka I just looked at the jail records. Yeah, he was arrested for assault. Now, I don't know if that was for assaulting somebody or assaulting the speed limit with his Gixxer. I don't know.
And I looked around to confirm that, and I actually did find something that did confirm that. Now what's going on is they're trying to extradite him to Colorado to get him in trouble for those crimes. He usually posts. He's a pretty frequent poster. He hasn't been posting in a few weeks. We never really see his face, right? Well, we never have until he got identified. So that could actually help him out because he never identified himself. But I've been doing more research and I saw that the way they were able to identify him, they saw him on his bike, like in a video, go to a gas station, and then they identified him that way. They looked at the footage inside the gas station and confirmed it that way. And I think as well, someone mentioned that he got pulled over one time and he took off his helmet, and then they matched that up to help identify him as well. So there is a face now. There is a face. That was a nice clutchless downshift right there. I don't want him to get in trouble, but they're trying to send a message out to people to stop doing this. Like these people that are gonna come up and copycat him and do that type of stuff, you know, they're probably trying to stop that. They're probably trying to, hey, you might not want to do this type of thing. Look what we're doing to your buddy, right? I watched a recent video of his where, I think not the last one, but the one before the last one, where he was talking about, you probably know me, or maybe you know me, or something like that, where he was riding his supermoto. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Supermoto. That intro that he had was pretty funny. That's pretty much everything I got, man. I'd love to hear what the community thinks, man. And yeah,